Well, I feel like we're meant to give them this undesignated segment, actually. But we ended up, I don't know, probably dancing and then like soaking up their food, size and staying in the Championship screening yesterday. But Nicola Becker, he is there on that bus. He's wearing his sunnies, his scarf, he had a lovely little water bottle. And this is his moment because he's been here now for years, Jeremy. Of course, he's a player here at the club. He's been part of the Arsenal story for so long. And he deserves it. Oh, the fact that they're holding. There we go. He's holding the trophy there. Whilst having a little dance. That is so Leah. I love that. Love to see it. And Leah's family, they are brilliant. She's so good to them. I know they'll all be here, family and friends supporting her.
That's a good point, though. That's something as well that I like to mention is that obviously we see all this glory and we see all the players with the trophy, but you've got to mention their families and the people that are supporting them on a daily basis with with everything that's going on. It's they've got a big part to play, and you've got to mention the family, the parents, the kids, the husband, wife, whoever's because it's a tough job where things are not going so well, and you've got a disappointment along the way when games are lost or performance hasn't been great, and then you've got to get home to the family and just and just disappoint you and try not to take the disappointment back home to the kids and the family. But it's not easy, so they deserve their part of it as well, and their boss trip as well, and celebrating with everyone else.
And Michelle's spoken actually about, how much of support his family has been, how important, it's been quite hard on his wife and his family because they give everything, managers and say, they give everything to the club. And it must be really hard for friends and family. And I know that we've spoken about it for you as a player, and that your mood you so affected by I kind of got to deal with all that and be your support network.
Did you see just before that guy that was on top of the post? He was about, I don't know, about 5 meters high, jumping. I think if that post give up, a guy could really hurt himself. So be very careful there. Thinking about health and safety. It's all about having fun, but don't want to end up in A&E.
Oh, look at that.
It's just so nice to see people just celebrate and be happy and just look, you can see it on top of that post.
Oh, he is high up. Get him, young man.
Yeah, the boys.
Boy.
Goal scorer from
I
last
like
night.
the fist bump, the little fist bump party move. Look, they're dancing, Jess.
Oh,
This is what we're talking about. Lots of view, people coming out onto their balconies. I mean, that's not even a balcony, that is just a windowsill.
now we're talking about health and safety again.
Oh, over there.
The glasses, man. The glasses.
I know.
It's so good because the brand of it, but it looks like nice. Right. And like you say, you keep waving at, keep waving. You're not even sure. You're not even looking at someone in particular. You're just waving at everything. Everybody.
Just like the queen, like king, just waving.
Yeah. Smile and wave.
I think we can now head to Nakira on the women's bus so we can see the atmosphere and the vibes there. Nakira, how's it going?
Yes, guys, we are here live on the women's bus celebrating the FIFA Champions Cup win, and I'm joined by none other than Cordina. How are you doing, my friend? Yeah, I'm good. I'm enjoying this moment. I think I'm going to cycle in our car for the rest of our lives. It's so sad to see you go, but we're going to be approaching a beautiful tifo, a handmade tifo that celebrates all the success that you girls have had. And just sum up what the vibes are like for you right now. Like seeing all the supporters in the crowd. Yeah, I would say like mix of emotions, of course, happy to see all the fans here. Excited also to be part of this team and part of this club. At the same point, of course, I have some sadness inside of me because I'm gonna leave this club that it's been part of my life, and yeah, it's really nice to be here today. I think we're approaching soon. No question, it's absolutely beautiful scenes that we can see. If you have a look at the crowds that are lining the streets, it's insane. Have a look. Thank you so much, Makira. It was great hearing from Raya Kazina as well there. One of the players that will be leaving us this summer. She's brilliant. She's another player, you know, I was saying earlier how some of them, obviously, Jez, it goes without saying how much of a contribution these players have made on the pitch, but it's the personalities off the pitch that I love. I love finding out more about them as people.
Yeah.
And you know, what makes them tick and who they are. And Cody is just wonderful. So wish her all the very best. It seems like there's absolute vibes there on the bus and here in the streets of North London. Look how packed out it is. It's just brilliant, isn't it?
Red smoke everywhere. It's off the bay, working atmosphere. Absolutely amazing.
We actually have the mayor of Islington, Rosalind, here with us. Heather, firstly, I mean, I know we are out of vision right now, but you look great.
You're looking amazing,
And
yeah.
also the microphone, because we have these jazzy, sequined, studded microphones, and it just, yeah, you look fabulous. And we're looking right now at, you know, the streets of North London and the buses going through them. I mean, what does that mean to the people here in North London? I mean, that's really wonderful experience to see that London has all London has all energy, all slightly, all celebratory, and this is what people together. Bringing us all together. And football brings people together to Europe. And Islington is one capillary, is one council that brings people together. It's such a diverse community, and people and Ukrainians, this is what we stand for, bringing people together. Absolutely, very well said. And you know, we can see that right here on the screen in front of us, and the scenes in the streets of North London. How many people have come out? And like you said, it's so important that the diversity that we are seeing everyone come together. And you know, the past few weeks here in and around North London, everyone's been hugging strangers and just chatting to people they don't know. And it's so nice to see that community feel, isn't it? Exactly. Hugging babies, hugging, you know, I saw newborn babies here today. I saw everyone, you know, old, young. Yeah, and it's amazing. It's really amazing. And this happens to be my first assignment as the mayor of London, just installed last Wednesday. Oh, yes, wow. It's a big one. And yeah, I love it. I love it. Congratulations. Thank you. And we are going to head over to Victoria Tavern shortly and see the scenes there. We can see that right now. I mean, it is utter chaos in the best way possible. Look at what it means to everyone. The streets are just absolutely full to the brim. I can't believe that you're just stepping into this now to this. You can see I'm lost for words, you know. But it's amazing how special. There must be over 500,000 people here today. You know what? We've not had numbers yet, official numbers, but we'll get them at some point. Yeah. We know that there were people flying in from all over the world to be here, to be a part of this. What does it mean to you then for this to be your first assignment? Yeah, like I said, it means a lot to me. I've already met so many people. Yeah, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic atmosphere. Yeah, well, congratulations. We're going to let you enjoy it and soak up the atmosphere. So, yeah, enjoy the moment. Thank you so much. Oh, how cool. Everything's imagine, Des, you said you're doing well. You think you can become that hero.
Do you want to explain for everyone that? Oh, sorry. Oh wow! Wow! Fireworks!
Oh,
Pyros! Everything happening behind us.
there's two helicopters there.
Oh, multiple helicopters. Oh, you can see it on screen. So that is what we can see behind us right now. Literally right behind our heads. Red smoke filling the streets because North London is red. It doesn't get up saying that, does it, Jess?
Everywhere.
And so you're asking me. You're asking me how I would do in the Mayor of Islington dress.
Yes.
It's like a lovely long red robe.
What's the like the colour of necklace?
Yeah, what is that? Like little necklacey cape situation. I think I look quite nice in that actually. Lovely to hear from Roslyn and you know what this means to her and to everyone here in Islington. And spoke so well on is and we've also mentioned babies and families and you know, that's what's brilliant. No matter who you are, where you're from, your background, your gender, anything, that everyone can come together and just celebrate and you know have this huge thing in common, the love for the Arsenal and the fact that it does really unite people. We are one big family, as you can see right here. Look at the streets, Jez. Oh, I wish we were out there in amongst it.
That's what I mean. It's just seeing people happy and having the time of their life. It's just all positive. Everything's positivity. Like, everybody's just happy, smiling.
Don't be ready then. I'm a little drink. A little sip of a little drink.
Oh, it's getting the sun's out.
I know the sun is coming out. I love it. The wind's calmed down now that you and I aren't actually in vision on camera anymore. I aged quite a few strands of my hair during the hour build up. You love to see it. Anyway, oh, who's that there in the corner taking pictures? Selfies.
Let's move the
Come
camera a
on,
little
let's
bit.
move the camera. Let's see who's that.
Saliba.
Oh, is that Timber having a little dance there in the corner? Oh, we've got some jumping going on. Oh, that is a lovely, lovely swag. Look at that.
Was this home of history? The home of history makers. The home of history makers.
I love that you're
Trying to read it.
Oh,
It's a picture of, is it Vic?
Vic.
Yeah.
It is the home of the history makers. We've got pyros going on behind us.
Where's everybody running? Everybody's
We can
running.
see it. Everyone's running.
That's probably where the boss is heading to.
We are seeing people very much running along the streets because they want to be a part of this. They're all singing whilst they run, Jez. I mean, this is what we've been waiting for. This is the moment that all of these thousands upon thousands of supporters have been wanting. The past few seasons, we've become so used to being so close to it, but we've just been waiting to get it over the line. And this season, we did that. Premier League champions. I don't get bored of saying it is written on the back of my shirt right now. We are Premier League champions live on this special show. Champions live from N5. You love to see it, James. The streets are red because North London is red.
Definitely red. Look at all this red smoke everywhere. It's absolutely.
You know what I would love, Jez? I would love to hear from Frimming at some point on the men's bus
I know.
because we've seen the images and pictures of the players living their best life. And you and I know that Frimmy, our man on the ground, he's everywhere. He was in Budapest living his best life. I mean, did he even make it onto the bus actually? Because we didn't see him this morning.
Think for me this morning. I hope he caught the wing back. But yeah, no, we'd love to get a bit of interview and feedback from the men's boss and see what's going on. But look at all these people. Absolutely amazing vibe. You know, it reminds me a bit of what? You know when I come the London Marathon?
You did the London Marathon. Yeah, but I really just wanted to get that into the
No, it's just because, you know, you see all them people outside celebrating and just being happy, and you just feel welcome.
Holding signs and everyone's like together. aren't they?
Just
Yeah.
together, and like we were just saying, it doesn't matter where you're from. Everybody's just all cheering for just having a good time, and just obviously today it's for Arsenal, but yeah, it's just amazing to just see the community all together and having such a wonderful time.
Exactly, and I feel like we'll head over to the main stuff shortly and see what they're doing. Oh, I do love seeing all the red smoke.
The rest of it's amazing.
But Jez, we were briefly talking about Mikel Arteta earlier on and the incredible stuff. That's giving drone. They're all back to the men's bus now. And who's please don't drop it. Like we said earlier, it is heavy. Can confirm, very heavy. So you don't want to be dropping that on the floor. For many reasons, of course. You know what? Because you are going to really trophy yourself. But, in the week, I was at the training ground, sat in the boardroom. It was very exciting.
Oh,
Is that Josh Cromley?
thanks, Josh. Yeah.
I was literally just about to talk about him. Well, it's like it was meant to be. The training room, in the boardroom, speaking to Mikel Arteta, co-chair Josh Cromley, and CEO Rich Garlick. And we were on the Dispatch podcast, the Arsenal podcast. We've not listened to it yet. It's a really good episode, if I do say so myself. Myself and Josh James were hosting that. And the Premier League trophy was in the boardroom. It was quite funny when Mikel, Josh, and Rich came in. Each of them went over to the trophy, and they were like, "Wow, look at it!" Josh took some selfies with it, and we were laughing because we were saying, just funny. You were there, wow, you were holding it, you were lifting it. I mean, look at these things here in the London. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And it's great to see Josh there on the bus, celebrating the achievements. They're part of this club as well itself for a very, very long time. And yeah, their reaction to seeing the Premier League trophy again in person was just wonderful because it is amazing, isn't it? It's such a stunning piece of silverware.
It is. The trophy looks amazing, and I think it's getting harder and harder to be champions. I must say, the competitivity of the Premier League is so high. All the best players want to come and play in the Premier League, and then you just feel that winning the Premier League is going to be becoming a bigger achievement than winning, just they all like winning it and become champions. And when you see all them people on the street, you just realize that, like I said earlier on, if you ask everybody what trophy would want as number one, I'm sure everybody will probably say the Premier League.
Agree, and then there was a lot of social content, and we can see there. Oh, look at the smile on his face. Yeah, that's right. You lift up that trophy. Deserve it. I think he's actually just putting it back in its place.
You can have it.
My selfies. And the point you made there, Jez, was really good actually because there was a lot of content going around on social media where people were asking Arsenal supporters what would you rather win, the Premier League or the Champions League, and a lot of people had reasons for saying each one, and everyone's got their own kind of reasons. But for me, I just think the Premier League we've waited for so long. I know we've never won the Champions League, but I think it was so important for this group of players because we've come so close the past few seasons. It's been a journey, it's been tough, and I think for them to do it, to finally win the Premier League this season, then next season, you've got that freedom, you've already done it, the pressure is off.
Yeah.
And then I think all eyes on the Champions League, and like we said earlier on, before the parade started, the last season, semi-finalists in the Champions League, this season, finalists in the Champions League, next season, can they go one better? Which would mean Lifting the
Lifting it.
Champions League.
Yeah,
And you
no,
think that this group can do it, can't they?
definitely, I really do. I feel this group have just, created, started something, very, very special. And I'm sure Mikel will carry on making it even stronger and even better. And I think the Premier League, like I said earlier on, it was 22 years. And I think fans were just getting very, very impatient of lifting that trophy again. And because we've never lifted the Champions League, we obviously never, you know, don't know the feeling of winning it, but we know the feeling of winning the Premier League, and we've missed it for so long that was the priority, and that was the main goal, the main aim at the beginning of this season, and finally it got achieved. And I think that will lift the pressure of Mikel and the ball shoulder. And I think they will start that season with so much confidence uh, that I'm expecting a even better and more incredible season next season.
Me too. And, on Mikel Arteta, we've seen him a few times in vision on the bus, soaking up the atmosphere, taking pictures of the Premier League trophy, waving to the thousands of Arsenal supporters who are lining up in the streets of North London. And we can see what it means to them and families with huge smiles on their faces. And Mikel really has transformed the club, hasn't he?
As well, there's so many spots that we need to mention because I think a lot of people will actually think, oh yeah, Mikel just, you know, the top manager. Mikel, that's his first manager as well, but it's his first time that he's the number one. He came from being number two on the test to suddenly into the number one at Arsenal and turning things around and changing things and bringing players and doing what he's done in the space of 2 years. It's incredible. Absolutely amazing. And I think it deserves, every credit for what he's done and how he turns things around on such a small experience of being number one. It's incredible.
The culture of the club, right? I mean, everything from the angel, from bringing a song that means so much to everyone now. We all sing it so loudly with pride, and the way it sounds around the stadium and everyone is singing together is just brilliant, isn't it?
It is.
Even moving the top of the tunnel, right? Things, some of the things that Mikel's done in training sessions that other people at points have been like, oh, really? Like, what's the point of that? Or why has he done that? But actually, and you know what? That's also what we learned from Josh Conklin on the podcast is when Mikel left, because, fair enough, he had a Champions League final to prepare for. He left us, and I said to Josh, now that Mikel's gone, let's talk about him. But I said, what's it like working with Mikel Arteta? And he said he learns and watches everything, all different sports, documentaries, like anything that he can watch and read and learn from and take into football, into Arsenal, to even make those tiny margins of improvement. And we see that, right? And when we see what a difference all of those little things have made.
Well, you do see a lot of little things, a lot of little changes, and like you said, a lot of people question or even some laugh at it and think, what was that about? But like you said, there's so much relation between different sports and different things in life that you can relate to a mindset of a footballer or mindset of a winner as a team and as a unit, as a club. And I think Mikel, like you say, is learning from different things and different people, different background, different sport, all that kind of stuff, and try to bring it into the club.
For sure. And I'm just looking here, Jez, at some of the messages that we've had on Reddit.
Yeah.
Actually, someone there who said 2 finals and the Premier League. What an incredible season it has been. And this person here had the most amazing experience showing the Champions League final with full supporters in Budapest. Basically, the entire city was red. I'm not surprised. I mean, look, we said that we were here yesterday inside Emirates Stadium, of course. thousands of goodness when you're alongside us watching the Champions League final. And we flew to Frini in Budapest a couple of times, and he was out and about chatting to supporters. And, you know, there were so many Arsenal supporters that made the trip out there. But for us being here alongside everyone, the atmosphere was brilliant. Everyone was just in such high spirits. And you know what? Even after, you know, because like this person says here, Stu, season of dreams. On to the next season. This is what we all have been dreaming of. And I'm just so happy that, you know, we don't have to talk about last night because it doesn't matter. We are Premier League champions, and we can see here the women's club. We are champions of the inaugural Women's Champions Cup. And it's brilliant for the club, isn't it?
It is. It's amazing. Amazing to just you know look for trophies and having everybody beyond the club believing in that process. You know, we've been talking about believing the process, and when you get your reward at the end, you just realize that yeah, it is a process, and it can take a bit of time, but when you finally achieve it and get there, nice. Yeah, you can see they all laughing, all having a great time. And you know what? It actually makes me think about the next season. It really does. I'm just like I know.
What are you thinking then? Go on.
I'm just thinking about an exciting, an exciting summer, and then just bring in, maybe a couple of players or, a couple of new faces. Because I must say, if you're a player now, signing for Arsenal must be very, very attractive. You must think, yeah, this is a club I would like to play for. So yeah, yeah, really think this is the beginning of a very successful era. And I must say, it's getting busier and busier behind us.
It's getting very big on. We're going to stand up actually. And
From not having
you know what I also love, Joe? You can hear supporters singing, something as well. That happened last Sunday when we had our last Premier League game away at Selhurst Park, and we were doing a live men's show here from Emirates Stadium. And as you probably would have seen, there were so many Gooners here. And when we finished the show, I came out and there was basically a monster. I just ran into it and everyone was singing, oh, Santi Cazorla. And I was like, oh, and then I love Santi. What a legend, what a nice guy as well. So, yeah, I was just getting involved, but I do like that's a song that is in song right now. Someone is asking for Jeremy's autograph.
I just said, I'm sorry, mate, but I can't. I'm about 20 feet higher than you anyway.
I know. I don't know what he wanted you to say.
Yeah,
What's lovely is says that you know you had such a key part in the Invincibles in Arsenal's history, and whenever I've been out and about with you, you know, in Madrid for the semi-finals of the Champions League, that Arsenal supporters all these years later. Obviously, they recognise you. They know who you are because you haven't aged today.
Oh, you see, you mentioned 100 years ago, right? Come
Oh,
on.
very nice. You see, I can be cute to
No,
you.
thank you.
But I know it's really lovely for you to see, you know, the love that you get from all the Arsenal supporters.
Yeah, I always say it's a family, and obviously I played for the club, and we're lucky enough to have success and play with the best, biggest player the club I've seen. But now it's just all together as a family and all want the best for the football club. It's not about anyone else. It's all about the football club, and it's all about winning trophies and be successful and doing your little bit, and our little bit is to support the boys and just be behind them, even in in the tough time. And that's what I always say, supporting them today when you win the Premier League is easy. It's brilliant. It's about being there when the time is tough and when we're not, having a good game and not straight away just, you know, take everything out of the success and what they've done, and yeah, it's just always supporting the club and doing your best. And today, when you see all these people, you realize how much the club is loved and supported by thousands, millions of people here and all over the world.
Yeah, and we're just looking on screen again at the absolute brilliant scenes and pictures that we are seeing from the streets of North London, from our buses. We are back on the men's one now, and they're passing the trophy around. I love that. They're all having a go, lifting it up. They're having their moment whilst the buses are still moving through the streets of North London. They're all having their moments to shine, their moment of glory with the trophy, because each and every one of them deserve that, don't they? They've worked so hard throughout the season to get to this point. They've had that belief, that resilience, and they've done it.
Yeah, and like you just said, it's everyone. And I know sometimes, you know, fans only remember the main characters or the main guys, or but everybody has had their part to play over 38 games and over, you know, 9 months of the season. And I think you've just got to praise everyone. There's no one better than anyone. It's a completely collective, and same as well with Mikel Stark. You know, they're working day in, day out, trying to improve any little bit they can, and they're all been part of this journey, and they all contribute at some point. So, you know, you've got to really applaud everybody. It's not just the players, not just Mikel, it's all the staff. It's everybody at the club that have been part of it and have proved a little bit for us to end up being successful.
And Jeremy, our players from the men's team, from the women's team, because of course, you know, we're always championing our women's team here at the Arsenal. We've always been absolutely brilliant at doing so at the club. We've been pioneers. For these players to see this level of support, and I know they've seen everything on social media. You know, the fact that our Arsenal women's team are playing all their WSL games here at home at Emirates Stadium is a testament to that. So they know how much love they have, how much support they have from dreamers all over the world. But for these players to be here on these buses, driving through the streets and seeing the turnout, seeing the love that they have, how special is that? Because of course you will know exactly how that feels as we have a look at the absolute love.
It's getting a bit more vibey now.
It's getting a bit more
Where,
round.
where's Freemy?
Where is Frimmy?
Where is
Frimmy's
Frimmy
just
now? Come on.
that's live, having a little dance with them. But you know, we're laughing and joking about the dance moves going on there and the party vibes, and we've got the DJ set happening. So this will be such a special moment for all of these players from both teams, both got.
Yeah, huge. And you just mentioned the women's team, and you know, obviously, you just think for them, the women's football have progressed so much in the last few years. And as you mentioned earlier on, they're playing all their games at the Emirates now. And oh my God, look at that tifo. I remember seeing this tifo in the stadium.
Yeah, wow.
Was it against Spurs? I think we had
Yes.
this one. My God, what a
North London is red. These streets are our own. Arsenal did the double over their local rivals.
this is
And this
This is
That
one of my
iconic tifo.
favourite, I must say. I love this one. With Saul Campbell at the top of it for me. So yeah, amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Jez, you of course would have played in North London derbies. I mean, what is that like?
Oh, it's the battle. It's the war. It's something when you join the club that you get told by
Really?
the boys and obviously the English lads that what it represents to play against Spurs and to beat them and you quickly after your first experience in one you quickly realise that it was all true. It was not a lie. It was not an exaggeration. It's massive. It's huge, and you've got to make sure that on that day you opt for it. You can't You can't miss the occasion. You can't have a day off. You can't have a bad game. You know the least that you get asked to do is just give everything you've got and give 100%. And yeah, it's nice to see that in the last many years we've been much better than them and been dominant over our rule and may continue.
Absolutely, and I can only imagine because all our supporters, North London Derby, are just incredible. It's like the fiction that when the fiction list is released before this even starts, you're looking for when is it? When is it?
Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. That's exactly what you do. You look for it, and
As a player,
it's the first thing you look at the calendar. And yeah, I was lucky enough to play to score in one, which obviously was not in the league. It was in the club semi-final, which you can't quite put in the calendar because you don't know who you're going to face. But yeah, ended up in the semi-final and home and away. First game was away, and we drew 2-2, and we had to bring it back to the Emirates. We were drawing 1-1 and got extra time, and I scored the winner in extra time. So
oh no,
that was very special, and felt like absolutely amazing when you realise what you've just achieved and done for the fans, the reaction of the supporters, and what it means after. Everybody's calling you, texting you, and just letting you know what a big moment that was. It's definitely a moment that I will always remember.
well, speaking of moments that you will always remember, what do you think, if I put you on the spot, was your best or favourite moment from your time at Arsenal? What do you remember and will stick with you forever?
You know what? It's today. It's today. Today is a special moment. Obviously, I've lived this moment as a player 22 years ago, but must say I think today is it's just something different. It's completely different. I think the living it as a fan and realizing, because the players have just arrived back from Budapest, they jumped on the bus, they're seeing this. We've been here for hours since this morning, and we've seen it building up, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And we had barely anyone about 3 hours ago because everybody were ready for the parade, and now everybody's just seen the bus go by and they're all coming here. It's like the party's going to continue at the Emirates tonight after the parade.
I know. I mean, I don't know how we are ever going to leave here later. But you know what, Jess?
It's not going to happen. We're leaving. We're staying here all night.
We camp here. I mean, there's other places to sleep.
I definitely learned my lesson. I didn't drive in today. I came on the train because I know. Where is my shirt? I haven't got a shirt. Ah. Yay!
There. At Emirates Stadium, shouting out that Jazz, asking where his shirt is. And he had it on him. Cheering now. Like we said, Jess, I mean, we got here really early because we knew these streets were going to be absolutely manic in the best way possible. And we made our way to the stadium. And we were looking at off the stadium actually about an hour and a half ago. Ooh, almost 2 hours ago.
Almost 2 hours ago, yeah.
Almost 2 hours ago, we were stood here, and you could see from the shot behind us, the streets and the atmosphere that was starting to build outside Emirates Stadium. There were quite a few people. There were babies. There were people dancing with flags and singing, and it was great.
It was. Now it's gone to a different level. It's definitely gone to a different level, and I'm starting really to think that all these people have just come in here now to celebrate. They've obviously been and seen the buses passing by, and now they're like, all right, now it's done. Let's just all go back to the Emirates and maybe hoping they might see the bus coming back here and see them. I'm not sure, but it's definitely getting busier and busier. just in front of the armory, and just in that little roundabout. It's crazy, absolutely crazy.
I think we can finally hear from your friend and mine, Frimmy, on the men's bus having a party, I'm sure. Frimmy, over to you.
It's been an amazing success for us. These people, they've been with us their whole journey. Now it's amazing to share this moment with them in the trophy for them. It's really happy to see them that happen as well. This is the, to see them like that and we enjoy it. So I remember the first time me and you, I did an interview with you. That time your English wasn't that good, but it's perfect now. I ain't gonna lie to you. But you've been here a very, very long time. It must be so emotional and so great to see us bring the trophy, especially for the supporters. Yeah, I mean, there's no words to describe this moment. This is for the fans, for the staff, for everyone, for the players. We've been trying to give our best on the pitch for us and for them as well. And being here today, it's amazing. We just keep it going. Last thing, of course, you have been here a long time. Who was the first person that came to your head when you secured the Premier League title? Who's the first person that you got to be like, I wish they were here to celebrate this with me? You mean a player? Player, family member, anyone? I mean, of course, my fiance and my parents for sure, but they were at the game as well. So it was really good. Oh, man. Listen, I'm gonna let you get back to the celebrations. Enjoy. I might enjoy you in a second. Take care. Right, let's see who else we can talk to. We got Ethan here. Ethan, quick one, brother. I'm so glad that you're here. Yeah, it's been an emotional ride. Obviously, I need to know, where was you watching the game when we secured it on Tuesday night? My bed. Is it? In my bed. Yeah, in my bed. This guy called me. We got so excited that. I'm saying, where was he when we secured it on Tuesday night? He was in bed. I woke him up, definitely. Yeah. It must have been incredible. Of course, you have played a part in getting us here as well, and you're, our supporter as well. How much does this mean to you? Oh, that's crazy. It's actually incredible. Miles as well. Yeah. Listen, guys, I'm gonna leave you to it. Enjoy it. Take care. Right, let's see if we get anybody else. Oh, what's got to do this, man? There he is, the guy that changed my life. Again, through. Mikel, can I quickly talk to you for 2 seconds? Brother, it's been an incredible ride. One of the moments that I enjoy the most, that header against Newcastle, we obviously had problems. You came back against Palace. It was a long road, but to be here out here with the support celebrating the Premier League, you must be so proud. I'm very, very proud. I'm very happy to be back with the team, to be celebrating this title with all the fans. I think it was a really hard season with ups and downs, and it's only about the same to be here and enjoying with our fan base. Of course, you made your long-awaited return at Palace, and it's a lift of probably need to to make it a long-awaited return. You must have enjoyed it even more that we got to lift the trophy there as well. Yeah, well, it was especially for me coming back after a long injury, feeling like a footballer again, and at the same time being able to lift that trophy, experience for winning the most important league in the world means, and to be in the competition, I cannot find them on. So thank you so much, Miguel, for talking to me. Enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, guys, it's been absolutely incredible here. They're probably going to come back to me, but it's so loud. Hopefully you can hear us. It's been incredible. So I'm going to send it back to you guys.
Brilliant stuff. Great to hear from the players there on the bus. And for me, I mean, it's nice that you got back from Budapest in one piece. I'm sure you had a lovely time. Also, Miguel Marino, we were just hearing from him there. And we were lucky that he came on the show, didn't he? Life Men 5 the other week. And he speaks so well. And he's, of course, just had a baby. And we gave him a little baby growth.
I'm sure that he's here today.
Yeah,
With the
cheering
family,
his
cheering his daddy, with his kid on,
And Jax, I don't know if you heard, but Ethan Ranieri was saying that he actually was in bed when we won the league. So he found out when he woke up.
wow. Yeah, because I guess he's in he was in Marseille today, an hour ahead. And by the time the game at Man City finished, he's only found out the next day. He must have had a lot of texts on his phone. When he
know, phone blowing up, right?
definitely.
I mean, what is happening here?
Nice.
Is
Martin Odegaard.
that a massive speaker?
There is a speaker.
What's it?
Holding the speaker. I'm not sure if it's not too full of the bus or if there's music coming out.
Oh, this is great though. And you know what's so nice to see that the players are just embracing this moment. And we were talking earlier on, and we were saying, you know, of course, the Champions League final. Of course, we saw how exhausted the players were after because they put everything into that. And you'll know as well how emotionally exhausting and draining that would have been. And I'm so happy for them that they've been able to kind of park that and to be able to just celebrate and embrace what they have achieved this season and to see everyone out there on the streets in North London just living their best lives, everyone with huge smiles on their faces, showing this team exactly what it means to them that they have finally won the Premier League.
Yeah, I think you can quite come back and see this and not be amazed by it and then getting your mood back up. You know, I just think obviously you are disappointed for last night, but then you come back and you see all them people cheering, you know, singing your name and just celebrating this Premier League trophy. You can't quite be moving at the players who've been so disappointed about last night. Got to move on very quickly and just enjoy the party with everyone and with your family and the women's team as well. I'm sure they would have all had a big chat and party preparing this day, coming around this morning and seeing everyone there is. And it's just special days, you know, special days, and you've got to make sure you enjoy it because 10 days could be rare, you know, in a career. You know, some players might be moving on before we win another trophy. So you just got to enjoy it when it's there.
You know what's so nice as well? To see Odegaard, because we were talking about Martin Odegaard earlier and saying that you know, he's very mature. He has always seemed more older than he is, hasn't he? He's very calm, collected, very chill.
Yeah.
And so it's so nice to see him on this bus, just letting loose, letting his head down, and just like waving a flag around and just enjoying this. Because like you said, Jez, I mean, hopefully, and I'm sure we're going to have many more moments.
It's not guaranteed.
Exactly, it's absolutely not guaranteed, and we know how tough the Premier League is now. And look, we've seen the Champions League, how difficult it is to win that too. So it's not that it's a given that we will be seeing these scenes and be doing this all over again next season. So they do really have to take in this moment like they're doing right now. We're not going to watch it on that bus. Utter chaos. They are loving it. And it's like that goes. It took him a little while to get into it, right? It's like the bus started going. They were like, you know, just waving, being a bit calm about it.
Yeah.
And then as it's gone on, they're just wild.
Slowly, the fire is
Wow.
building and it's getting louder.
And speaking of
Oh my God, it's even easier here now.
here outside Emirates Stadium, I mean, this is just unbelievable. I don't think this was meant to be in the plan, Jess, was it? For people to come here. But alas, here we are. Here they are. People have not stopped jumping and singing on the roundabout here for the past, I don't know how long, at least hour.
Do you know what?
What?
Watching the middle of that roundabout over there, give me claustrophobic vibe. If I was stuck in the middle there, I think I'll start freaking out. My God, I will. Literally with this kind of stuff.
Okay, but that's why it's lovely. Look, we've kind of got a viewing platform here, haven't we?
Right for the top, yeah. From above, I'm all good from above.
Yeah, we can just have a look down. Also, what's nice, Jez, is that quite a few people down here have actually taken pictures of us up here with our stunning Chelsea. I've been closing a few times, not gonna lie. So,
You'll get it all on the social media. I'll be sending it to you later on.
yeah, please do. I mean, I'd love to see it. And we were very lucky that earlier on, and if you were joining us for the start of the show, earlier on, we went on the bus, didn't we? And we had a look around. I'm just waiting for someone who I think is actually maybe listening to the show right now. But we went on the bus, we had a little browse, we were checking everything out and seeing what it was going to be like for the players. And it was really cool to be up there, to get a glimpse, well, at least for me, right, because you've been there, done that. Declan Rice now, holding the Premier League trophy. I actually saw him at the training ground in the week, and again, he went up to the trophy, and he was like, wow, it's just amazing, isn't it? He had a few selfies with it, and I said, yeah, you did this all on Sunday at Selhurst Park. You saw it?
How many pictures you have with the trophy?
I know, but it's the Premier League trophy, Jez.
It's so special. Every time you see it, you've got to have another one.
You're in awe of it, and that's what I love is that, you know, the team, the players themselves, and then like I said earlier, Mikel Arteta, Josh Kroenke, Rich Garlick, all of them have already had their moments with the Premier League trophy.
You've had your moment.
I have had my moments.
I haven't had mine yet.
Well, you've already done it, Jack. So I give us the chance. What was nice is we saw quite a few members of staff as well behind the scenes. A lot of the Arsenal media team who were coming into the boardroom, and they were like, "Whoa, we had the trophies in here," and everyone was having their moment with it because, like we said, it's about all of us. It's about the Arsenal family, all of the supporters, everyone has had a part to play in this getting over the line. And you know what? It is special looking out now. And we're so lucky to be standing here, Jez, looking out into the streets of North London and seeing everyone partying, celebrating, waving the flags, and also looking back at us and probably wondering what we're doing up here. Talking to because we're facing them.
They're looking at us thinking, maybe looking at us thinking, oh, we expect to see the boys up here or something.
Yeah.
Come on.
But looking out into the streets of North London, I mean, it's just brilliant, isn't it? The route that the buses have gone along on the parade. Our men's team, our women's team, we've got a bus as well for staff, for some of the important people that have, you know, made a huge contribution to the club throughout the season. And it's just great to see the celebrations, and very well deserved as well. It would be lovely if we could also get back to our men's bus with Frinny or even Nakira. I mean, what's Nakira doing on the women's bus? I'm sure she's been chatting to loads of the players. There's something here. I do like the velvet jacket that he's wearing. You've got that.
I've got that.
I know, actually, you've been complimented on it a few times.
Actually, yeah. I really like that jacket. I think it looks really cool. So, yeah, you can see they all start getting a little bit, getting into this party a bit, yeah.
I love this. Like we said, Jazz, above the shops, we've got people's windows, of course, right? What else is that?
Just at the window at the same level. You're not in the middle of the crowd. It's just the yeah, I'd love to be there. Love to be at the window, just sitting on that windowsill and just you know, watching the boys passing by.
I'm just loving seeing it and, you know, witnessing this scene.
Actually glad that we can share this with all our fans as well around the world that can't be here today, and to make them feel the vibe here and how it all goes, because we've got a lot of followers, you know, that watching our show week in, week out from abroad. quite be there today, and it's nice to be able to share that with them as well.
Yeah, very well said. You know, Arsenal are huge. And I don't say that lightly. We really are. And the images, the footage that we've seen on social media over the past week or two from our supporters celebrating in Africa, Asia, America, everywhere, all over the world. And we've seen what it's meant to them. And it's just great that we can bring them this coverage and they can be a part of this because they played such a big part of Arsenal winning the Premier League trophy and the women's team winning the FIFA Women's Champions Cup. And Jez, you know, throughout the season, we've had loads of very special guests on our live. I mean, we were talking about it earlier, weren't we? Musicians,
Actors.
comedians, everyone.
Yeah.
And I can see someone coming towards us now who is a bit of a big time celebrity. If you say so myself.
Yeah, I would say.
Sophie Ellis Baxter, hello. Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm Kit.
Hello, Sam Kit. How are you?
I'm good.
We've just been, you know, watching the scenes and celebrations along the streets here in North London, and just saying how incredible it is to see the men's and the women's team as well being celebrated and all the supporters out there. Have you guys been out and about on the streets? What's it been like?
So I've been sitting here, I've been watching your broadcast.
Oh,
See,
Thank
in
you.
my window to what's going on. But Kit, you went down, didn't you?
Oh, man, it was crazy. There's so many people and there's so many stuff. Great.
was it special to see everyone out there? Because we were saying, and you know, we've had quite a lot of parties here at Emirates Stadium over the past week or two. I know it's chaos, it's brilliant. But it is so lovely to see everyone just coming together. And you know, we were saying no matter who you are, where you're from, like this has just brought everyone together and shown that it's just one big Arsenal family.
Absolutely, in the community, you know. And when we had to get in early, obviously, to try and beat the crowds.
Yeah.
And I could see people who travel with small children, and you're thinking this is a moment they will remember for the rest of their lives. You know, being next to the barriers, seeing the bus go past, it's really special, and it's such a big deal, isn't it? You remember it, won't you?
It's such a big one. There's so many people. It's like a real sense of community. It's such a big. It's like first major trophy in like 20 years.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jez was part of the Invincibles team that won the last major trophy.
He's only a legend.
Yeah. How did you guys celebrate winning the Premier League trophy?
Well, we were actually at St. Kit's cousin and my baby niece had her first birthday around here like last weekend. So all the streets we could see everybody out in their tops. You've gone to a pub and you
Went to a local pub in North London and I walked in there and it was great atmosphere.
Absolute scenes. And Sophie, what are you doing at the end of this parade? I'm told that you're doing something.
So basically, I've been inside because they're having a lovely friends and family party, and my husband Richard and I were DJing, and I'm going to be singing. So we've got a few nice surprises, and just hopefully just enjoy celebrating with the family. To be honest with you, the families are always who I think about.
Yeah.
Like when I think about like how did your mum and dad feel, you know?
Yeah.
So it'd be so nice to be in the room with everybody special, other people like there in that atmosphere. They've even got a bouncy castle.
What?
No.
Inside.
Yeah, it's really cool.
How special will that be? Because you're obviously a family of Arsenal supporters.
Yeah, so full disclosure, my route to Arsenal is through Kit, which is why I said yes.
Well done, Kit.
Yeah, and Kit knows all. If you ask me any facts, any figures, he won't be who I defer to. My husband Richard too. So no, it's really special. It's been a really big season, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been great. Just this season, especially since like last pre-season they came second, and this season finally stepped up. It's a great feeling.
And that's what we were saying, that, you know, the fact that we've come so close for the past few seasons to actually finally win it and get it over the line. Does it make it a bit more special?
I think so, yeah. I feel like that happened in that first season when we challenged like 2023. I feel like because it's like been later, it just feels a lot more special. So yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. How did you become an Arsenal supporter then?
So actually, I had like a lot of my friends who watched football, because I actually didn't watch football, were Arsenal support at the time when it first like becoming a lot better in that season. And then during that season, I basically started getting more into it, the World Cup, and then Arsenal was just that team that I kind of gradually like.
And then you said to mum and dad, hey, you can't jump on it.
The problem was like, oh, what is this?
How cool is it though for you to have your parents DJing here at Emirates Stadium and we've won the Premier League? What a brag! I've actually ruined it already. And I've seen this mine open, I couldn't have.
Okay, I love it. Okay.
I think it's such an iconic moment, and we're going to let you go and prepare for that.
I think
I think, yeah, should we try and get Crash and Party? Because I need to see you. Yeah. So, the kid, we'll see you there. Thank you so much. Again, I love so good as Dexter. I feel like I grew up this is so good.
What is that party about? What's going on? I don't have no invite for that thing.
Is that what you're thinking about, right? Wow, it is brilliant to be here. We've been here, everyone singing along here outside Emirates Stadium. It's a special moment, isn't it? And I mean, we said we've had so many special guests throughout the season, so it's quite nice to kind of almost